Brendan. It's great to have you on InvestorStream for the first time to discuss H2X and the transaction with Pure Hydrogen that you signed a couple of weeks back. Before we get started, can you just give us a brief summary of your experience, what your team have brought to market in terms of hydrogen-powered vehicles, and the markets where you've had success?
Yeah, thanks, Alex. The background for myself is I'm coming from an automotive background. I started with BMW in Australia, and then I moved into Asia with BMW, and then I spent a number of years also working with Audi and Volkswagen. I was working in Asia for a long time, Japan, Korea, Southeast Asia, and Singapore, and China, and also in Middle East, and then later on in Europe. My background with hydrogen vehicles, I've been working with hydrogen vehicles as far back as 2008 as an advisor to a company, and have been involved in the setup of another hydrogen company in China before as well. Within the team, we've come together with a development group. The development group had put together around several thousand vehicles that are already on the road in China using hydrogen fuel cells. So there is a lot of experience coming from that hydrogen fuel cell background, particularly in the heavy vehicle area. They've specialised in buses and trucks, and they've done thousands of vehicles in that. And that team is now integrated as part of our working team. So that's obviously giving us a great experience of being able to put hydrogen fuel cells together with what we already have within a very strong automotive team within the rest of us.
Thanks, Brendan. Obviously, it's a great transaction for Pure Hydrogen. How does having PH2 as a cornerstone aid or fast-track H2X's development plans?
There's two areas where PH2 brings an awful lot to us very, very quickly. The first area is the breadth of customers that PH2 has got. They've got some terrific corporate customers that have great fleets and great application for us to be able to put in different sort of hydrogen products. So being able to work with those customers and work with PH2 with their already existing ability to deliver the hydrogen to those customers gives us a really fantastic platform upon which to deliver our products. The other area where it becomes a very strong application for us is the way that PH2 is delivering the hydrogen. They do have some very innovative ways of delivering the services to the customers, and this also allows us a very strong proposition together with our vehicles when going to the customers with a full-scale proposition of both hydrogen and the vehicles to run with it.
Okay, great. So I understand you've also established PureX Mobility to pursue a development of hydrogen-powered trucks and cement mixers. What are the commercial drivers behind your focus on the heavy vehicle market?
So in regards to those two examples that you brought up, Alex, the focus for us is really on where the customers are existing. And again, this comes from the relationship we have with PH2 and the customers from PH2, of course. So they've already got the customers who have an interest to move in the direction of hydrogen. They've identified the certain areas within their businesses where we have the operations where our vehicles can then, or the technology that we have can very much improve their business by offering a product which is cost effective, which is also going to be very clean to operate as well. So that's where we're able to really leverage on the background of PH2 with the customers that they've got and really deliver products to their customers, which of course are our customers, which are very interesting from a point of view of us being able to show off the technology, but also being able to open up a new market beyond those customers as we go forward as well with those products.
So talk us through the supply chain to bring a hydrogen-powered garbage truck to market. Does it involve using existing kit and fitting it with fuel cell technology, or is there a significant capex on your part to put one of these vehicles on the road?
There is quite a bit of work that goes into it, Alex. With the trucks, we take the truck in what's called a glider form. So it comes in without the motors, without the transmission, and in some cases without the brakes, because of course the electric motors do perform a braking function within some of the vehicles. So we take the vehicle in essentially not finalized. So there's a number of parts of the vehicle which are not included. We then put our powertrain into the vehicle. That includes everything from the fuel storage, the hydrogen storage, the fuel cell, all the electronics processing that goes on within the vehicle. We have a battery or a supercapacitor depending on the application, and that's to allow for kinetic energy capture and so on. And then we have the electric motors that go into the vehicle to power the wheels, of course. With regards to the garbage truck, there of course is the third-party bin that will go onto the back of it, the side loading unit or the other different units that are available depending on what the application is. We then connect our powertrains to those units as well. There's a bit of work, of course, involved in making sure that the power is then optimized to go into those units as well. And that allows for the full integration of the vehicle. And in regards to the cost situation of the kit that gets added to the vehicle, at the moment there is a bit of a premium in terms of the technology being rather rare and being new. However, what we're seeing is that with the running cost of these and with the maintenance cost of these, which are very low, we only have to replace some filters every year and so on, it does tend to equalise a bit. And of course, as the hydrogen producers start to get their costs down, and PH2 is very much leading in that race, we're seeing that we've got the ability to offset any additional capex costs and then come to a price which starts to become quite reasonable. And certainly over a period of the next 2 years, people will start to see that the cost of these applications in total will start to become very competitive.
And just finally, Brendan, before you go, what are 3 to 4 near-term developments that you can point to with respect to H2X's progress and PureX mobility?
I think aside from the fact that we've got obviously some very good customer contacts with PH2 and also these vehicles that we've talked about, we've got, of course, the H2X Warrego coming out, which is the utility, which will be in the hands of customers around April next year. So we're very excited about that one, of course. That'll be a great opportunity for people to get that. We have the H2X generator sets, which are going out to a number of customers. They'll be going out to customers very, very shortly. That's within 2021. That'll be another interesting product, which will also allow customers to be able to have another option to use hydrogen, which is a great thing both for PH2 and ourselves. And we're indeed working with some of our customers to have PH2 find solutions for the distribution of hydrogen in that case. And then there's a couple of other products which are just around the corner, which will be coming out during 2022, and some other big announcements, which of course will be able to excite the investors quite dramatically, I'd imagine.
Thanks, Brendan. I really appreciate you joining me, and all the best.
My pleasure. Thanks, Alex. Really good.